So, this is it. At this stage of mind alignment, you have done everything possible to put yourself in a favorable position to get maximum benefit from communicating with your subconscious mind and making the change. By regularly communing with your conscious mind and subconscious mind, and by engaging in the other practices we have outlined so far, you may have already noticed some significant changes in your attitude and behavior. Remember, your subconscious mind constitutes 95% of your computing power, and as I am sure you have now experienced, it has some very interesting traits and abilities which in all likelihood you have been ignoring over the better part of your life. They are now being released and made available to your entire self, and you will benefit greatly from this newfound connection. To enhance this experience, we are ready to request specific changes that we feel are sabotaging our success, life experience, and happiness. By using your mind alignment journal, it is probable at this point that you have all manner of things that you would like to change about yourself. Some may seem relatively minor, and others extremely complex. From the subconscious mind's perspective, they are all accessible and can be modified almost instantly. I have talked to many people that have said that they have had as many as 10 to 20 things they would like to change about themselves after the first week of keeping the journal. Be patient. You will get to them all. Read over what you have, and one will jump out at you as being the right choice to proceed with as your initial strategy to change. It could be something as simple as getting out of bed in the morning with more energy, or something more complex. Regardless, if you read your journal with mindfulness, you'll know which one should be your first, and subsequently which one you should choose next and thereafter. Consider this exercise of choosing one as being in a mild trance, focused on the moment, and your conscious mind and subconscious mind are making the decision together. In the first few weeks, limit yourself to 2 changes per week and slowly increase this if necessary as both your minds become more comfortable with the process. The initial step is virtually identical to making the connection and simply communing. The only difference is that prior to going into a much deeper state, we make a specific request for a change. Prior to going into the trance state, you review your journal and mutually decide that this is the right behavior or strategy to address. As described in the previous alignment exercise, you precisely identify the behavior that you want to change, and then, without judgment or analysis, simply write out that statement clearly and precisely. Make it a habit to limit this to not more than 2 sentences, and you will avoid some of the common pitfalls. When I awake in the morning, regardless of how well I slept, I feel tired and run down. This is a strategy I would like to change. That is all you need to reference regarding the behavior you're no longer satisfied with. This is how you present it to the subconscious. Before I explain the reason for today's interaction, I would like to confirm that I know that you always have the best intentions for all of us, and you're always concerned about the well-being of the whole, and that I appreciate you and all that you've done in the past, present, and future. I have been experiencing the following behavior. This is where you insert the behavior to change. When I awake in the morning, regardless of how well I've slept, I feel tired and run down. Or perhaps, when I hear someone talking religious dogma, I fly into a rage. Or something as simple as, I procrastinate. Now say this. I know when you created this strategy that it was done with the very best intent to resolve some other circumstance or issues. It is no longer as effective as it once was, and I would like you to use your infinite creative resources to come up with an alternative strategy which addresses all of our concerns, makes us more effective in those types of situations. Once this new strategy has been created, we agree to try it for a period of 2 weeks. If at the end of this period, any part of us is uncomfortable with the new behavior, it can be dropped, and I will be notified in some manner that it is not to be used any further. Agreed? Now, wait for it. You will sense an agreement. It may be an audible statement or a twitch, a visual, or simply a feeling. Agreed. After this, you make your post-hypnotic suggestions such as, now, it's important to note here that you will be in a semi-trance and about to go much deeper. In order to do this effectively, you have to memorize the essence of what needs to be said and communicated to your subconscious mind. After this, you make your post-hypnotic suggestions such as, once this is completed, I will fall into a deep sleep. In the morning, I will wake feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Or, if you're in the middle of the day, you can set a time that you would like to be brought out of the trance and exactly how you want to feel. Expect change to take place. It will. Don't expect to notice it immediately. You won't. Keep reviewing your journal and adding behaviors or strategies that you would like to change. At the same time, review the strategies that you have focused on and requested a change for. You will notice how some have magically disappeared and how you are now behaving differently. Don't give it another thought. Be grateful and express thanks to you and your subconscious mind. Your self-evolution has begun. If something reverts to an old behavior or pattern, don't be concerned. Simply do it again, and you'll find a new way to address this behavior and to implement a lasting change. It won't be long before you're reading over some early entries, and the whole idea of some of these strategies being part of your behavior will seem foreign and odd. Did I really used to sit down and eat an entire pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream whenever that happened? That doesn't sound at all like me or how I would address things. And now it isn't. And for all intents and purposes, it never was. You are changing the past as well as the present and the future. You have entered that pivotal point of the present where everything can be altered for your real satisfaction, self-actualization, and ultimate happiness. You have done all the work. Now enjoy this evolutionary personal change process to make you who you want to be.